Hello and welcome back to episode 22 of my AllTheMods10 SSP playthrough. In this episode, I would like to get the Wither Builder automated and set up for constant Nether Star production. Later, I would also like to get into some more advanced mystical agriculture armor with the cognizant dust that we got and potentially even creative flight. But we can come over here now that we have a lot of ether gas. And I already went ahead and crafted up the Supreme Machine Frame. Oh yes, I always forget we're going to have to pipe this out. So again, just making sure our previous two channels were green-brown. This item channel will be blue, and we will be inserting on, not green, but blue here. And make sure that this is always active. Yes, and if we go ahead and search up our machine frame, we should have the Supremium Machine Frame good and ready to go. Looks like that is crafting up. Again, I always forget to go ahead and make the speed add-ons, the efficiency add-ons, and the processing, but we're not going to need the processing for this one, so we're just going to need the speed and efficiency. But awesome, looks like our Supreme Machine Frame has already crafted, and we can go ahead with that Wither Star that we made, build the Wither Builder. So this is going to be helpful for a couple of things. It is going to be helpful to auto craft this in the future, which we absolutely will for the Wither's Compass, but it is also going to be helpful for, well, automating the Wither. So we are going to need to do a little bit of rearranging here. I went ahead and made another mob crusher, as we're going to need this, and a range add-on +2, which is just some lapis along with the glass planes and redstone with the latex. So again, we are going to do some rearranging here because we want this all compact. We want to keep our laser bases here with the ether and the stasis chamber, but we are also going to want to add our wither killer here. So I am going to get rid of this and bring this one over to the left here. We still want this run with redstone signal. So we want this to correspond to the fluid laser base here. And the reason why we're moving this over is because we are going to want the Wither Builder itself to be here. Now, one thing I don't think I got was the redstone conduits. Yes, because we're going to need a little bit more of those. But go ahead and get rid of this here. Make some space. I think I'm wanting the energy and redstone to run underneath, so we'll just make this look a little bit neater. And like I said before, just make sure you always do the redstone stuff in here. So as of right now, I'm going to leave this on the same green channel. What I might do, yeah, I'm actually just going to go ahead and make a second one on a different channel. So this one's going to be the brown channel. And so that we want this one, and these up here, make sure they're all on the green channel for this. And then we're going to place our Wither Builder, and we're going to set this one to the brown channel. And we're actually going to tell it to do the same thing. I was thinking about alternating it, but I think now, yeah, I'm just going to, we'll do the speed, the efficiency in here. I don't think we need the speed for this, but I am going to do, not the processing. I don't think I need the processing in here, but the speed and efficiency for the Wither Builder would be nice. We're going to place that there. And if we show the working area, the reason why we are putting it underneath, let me come back up here, is because it does start one block above the ground. So we are able to actually cover it up. And if we come around the back, I'm just going to break a little hole here, and we're going to recover this up, and we're going to put the mob crusher here. Yes, and we're going to tell this guy to run on a redstone signal. We do want all of these upgrades in here. Now, if we show this working range, we will see that it does encompass the wither itself. If we turn this off, this should, yes, encompass the entire like cage of the wither. And then if we turn on real quick this working area, we will see that it barely touches the wither. We could have it like one in front as well, because it is a 3 high or 2 high area, but so it does encompass the wither where it'll be built here regardless. So we will turn this working area back off. I'm just gonna dig down here and get the redstone line. I might need, I'm gonna definitely need more of the redstone line here real quick. And it might be a good idea to get the redstone alloy ingot from Ender.io seeded from Mystical Agriculture, just so we're not having to constantly like make these, but this will do for now. So again, just running the redstone line up here, going to connect this, insert on brown, and again, run with redstone signal. And then we are going to want the energy cables as well to come up here to give it power. And just running out of everything here. And then I am going to tap into this line and run it over here. And we are going to put an export bus on this wither builder. Now, we can do one of two things. And again, the first thing is the export bus. And I am going to start with that. And again, good use here for the ME conduit. I don't really, I want to make it look a little bit neater. And so this is just like a standard ME smart cable, except we can't see the amount of channels. It actually can't connect to anything from Applied Energistics. So like if we were to place the export bus down here, like we can't. It will only connect, the export bus will only connect to the actual cables itself. But we can at least have this connected here. And so it should be connected. Yes. And with that connection, we can go ahead and tell this guy, again, he shouldn't be running. I just want to double check, to export soul sand and withered skeletons. And I'm actually going to want some more acceleration cards here. We'll just max this one out with acceleration. So boom, the second that we turn this on now, it will build the wither. Again, do not want to do that yet though. And then the next thing I'm going to want to do is to run my other ME line over through here. And it looks like, again, we might need some more ME conduits. And we'll go ahead and get these run up here. Again, love Ender.io with how compact it can be. And then we're going to tell this guy to import everything that this mob crusher gets. So we're going to run this over here. So again, this is the first way, to just place the export bus on this wither builder, have it constantly crafting up and exporting wither skeletons and soul sand. The other way is to put an ME pattern provider and then specifically request nether stars whenever you need it. Though that does take some time, honestly, at this point, and we might change it in the future. But at least at this point in time, I do just want as much nether star as possible. So we're going to come around here and we're going to say active with redstone signal. We're going to want another lever here, and I actually might want a couple of signs to let us know, just be like, hey, we want, let's see, can I make any of these? No, I can only make signs, but I definitely want to label which one does which. Don't want to be messing that up. So we're going to say this one is the green one, and it is for the stasis chamber and slash ether gas. And then this one's for the wither builder and the mob crusher. So perfect. Now if we turn this on, just want to make sure that everything is covered up. Yes, and I want to make sure that the mob crusher has its, yes, everything's good. So again, this crusher will get essence as well. We can see that it is building, and it'll build multiple withers. We definitely want them covered though. And we'll see there's 4 right now, 5 right now, but then the top one goes away basically as soon as it is destroyed. And if I don't actually want to turn this off right now, because if we turn this off, the crusher will also turn off. And we don't want that. We don't want 6 withers in there that aren't dead. So I'm going to let this run basically until, and let me back up here because that is starting to get annoying. We did have a decent number of wither skeleton skulls built up because I've been letting my hostile neural network thing over here run consistently. So as you can see, it's already at superior. It's at 0.79. So out of 100 times, 79% of the time it'll give a reward. And each reward gives 3 skeleton skulls. So this will definitely run for longer than, or faster than what we're currently producing with wither skeleton skulls right now. So just going to let this run for a little bit. As you can see, we're already down to 800. We were at 1,000 like not only 2 seconds ago. And then once those kind of run out, I will turn the machine off. And if we come up here as we are getting damaged, we can see we now have a ton of nether stars, also a ton of withering souls, which is going to be super important for getting a lot of nether star cruxes for the nether star seeds, which will be another alternative. But I am going to get, again, another 4 acceleration upgrades so that we can just, yes, perfect. And I did see, a gem come through our system here. I might want to think about filtering that similarly to how I did this. Because the main 2 things that we do want are going to be just the nether stars and the withering souls. So again, might just set that up off camera after the withers have done stop being built. And so it looks like we have actually run out of skulls at this time. Didn't take too long, honestly. I had just gotten back from the compact storage dimension. And so it is slowly going. It's like 1 every time. So this one will be crushed by the mob crusher, and by the time it's crushed a couple seconds later, it will build another one. Yes, there we go. It looks like this is all staying intact. Perfect. So I do think once this one is crushed, I am going to turn this off. Perfect. So yeah, now we have nether star automation, and we are going to be making the mystical agriculture seeds for it in the future as well. Probably not at this time, as we don't like really need it. Also want to make sure I did put the processing upgrade in the crusher though. But so definitely good to set up. Thought I might as well do that since we had Industrial Foregoing, going. But this is essentially like the end of the mod. Not really the end of the mod, but really the end of the mod in regards to like quest. We are going to need 1 other item from this mod for the what was it called? The ATM star? Yes, the explosive mycelial generator. But it's not too complicated, just an advanced machine frame and some TNT. So we're going to hold off on making that for now. But with this, as you can see with the little star here, we can now make the wither builder and get a lot of nether stars. I also want to mention before moving into our next item that instead of building the little assembler matrix here, we could have upgraded the flower to advanced molecular assemblers and extended pattern providers. Let me check. Molecular, yes. So we could have done the extended route and done extended assemblers and extended providers, which will, again, quadruple everything. And with the extended molecular assemblers, you know, they could handle the more patterns in the pattern providers. But I just wanted to go ahead and make the assembler matrix from extended AE, as I thought that would be a better route for us. But the next item on the list is going to be creative flight. And we're first going to go through this with mystical agriculture. So we are going to want the awakened altar. We're going to want 4 awakened pedestals and then 4 of the essence veils. So get some glass here. And so essentially what this altar is used for is primarily the awakened tier from mystical agriculture. So we can make all of the awakened upgrades, tools, weapons, armor, lily pad of fertility apparently, and some other things. I could do a fishing rod. I am first going to use the awakened supremium block though. And this is where the cognizant dust comes in. So we did get some of those. We are going to need the essence, the elemental essences as well. Those go in the essence vessels. And then the actual items go in the awakened pedestal. And for this, we are going to need a supremium block to turn into that. And I made an extra one of those on accident because I thought we had these in here. Oh, well. But so we are going to go out towards our mystical agriculture infusion altar setup currently after I grab these essences. So after making some additional supremium essence, I am just going to put the awakened altar kind of right beside our current infusion altar. And so again, it does have the shadows here. Oh, hello, wandering trader. Do you have anything good for me? You have a beacon? Not good enough. So we are going to place the things as, well, requested. This is also going to need another redstone signal. So let me get a block here real quick. We'll place it here. And we are going to, these can hold 40 at a time. So if we right click this, it'll just take all of the essence, and we're going to want to go ahead and put the essence on each side, and then the cognizant dust on the actual pedestals and the supremium block in the middle. Now we can make the awakened tier essence. And so I'm just going to go ahead and make all 4 of the ones I can currently make, and we'll be back. So first thing is first, I want the Awakened Supremium chestplate. And there are 2 reasons why I waited until now to get this. A, it does have more armor and toughness than the Supremium chestplate, and B, you can place 2 augments on it instead of 1. So every chest piece and every piece of armor from mystical agriculture will only allow you to have 1 augment until the last one. So which is again why I waited for this, but we're going to go ahead and just work our way up the line, getting all the way up to Supremium. And voila, there is the Supremium chest plate. Now, in order to turn this into the Awakened, we are going to need a couple of the Awakened Supremium ingots and the Awakened gemstones, along with the Awakened infusion altar and some more of the elemental essence. And I accidentally just put them all away. What I meant to do is put them in my hotbar here. So we're going to go ahead, do the same thing again. Go ahead and place them down. Chest piece in the middle, the awakens, and the awakens. And boom, we do now have the Awakened Supremium chest plate. And with this, we are going to make a couple of augments. Now, Mystical does have a decent number of augments. There's a lot of different ones. You can see in the little UI there, like the jump boost only will be able to be placed on your boots, whereas the flight augment that I have here will only be able to be placed on a chest piece. There are strength, there is hunger resistance. The second one that I am going to be going after is the absorption augment. There is a couple of others, like I think there's a health boost one. Let me take a look. I'm pretty sure there's a health boost. Yeah, absorption health boost. Yeah. Yeah, increases maximum health by 10 hearts, or grant 10 absorption hearts every 8 minutes. Honestly, I don't know which one's better. I'm going to go with the absorption just because later down the line we can increase our hearts regardless. But so, yeah, I want to work towards that. We are going to need 2 unattuned augments. The flight augment requires supremium and some nether stars. So good thing we already went ahead and auto-crafted all of them. But so this one is just... What was that? I don't know. This one is just a single tier. And this is, I'm doing it on the wrong altar. So we are going to want the infusion altar here. But we're going to want the nether stars, the supremium essence, and boom, we now have our first flight augment. Awesome. And in order to get this actually on the chest piece, so if I like right click this, shift right click, it will just kind of swap. In order to get the augments on the chest piece itself, we are going to need a tinkering table. So we'll go back to the base and put it down here. And right, I don't know, here should be fine, but it does open up a little UI if we, I believe if we have our chest piece on, no, okay, so we do have to place the chest piece in here, put the flight augment on and take it out, and if we put it back in, we'll see that the augments are there. And now, if I double click, it feels so nice to have creative flight again in this mod pack. It is so much fun just being able to zip around. But so it does have better armor and toughness than like the jetpack that we previously had. We will go ahead and just put that away. The other thing that I want though, again, is the health absorption. This one is in tiers. So we are going to need a lot of golden apples, which I should have, yeah, a bunch of from the travels, and we are going to first need some inferium as well. And so same deal with this. I am just going to move it along through the tiers. Essentially all of the tiers are just the golden apples and the just upgraded essence tiers all the way up to tier 5. So I'll be back when that's done. And boom, that is now done, and we can go ahead and place that on as well. So if we go ahead and equip that, we can see we get the absorption hearts, which is amazing. So super, super happy and excited. We now have creative flight. Honestly, I'm probably going to stay small for the most part just because of the extra movements that we get with the creative flight. So again, if this is an issue from like a viewing experience, please just let me know. And don't forget to collect your quest rewards, especially from Mystical Agriculture again. And so we should have gotten, yeah, with this sword, I forgot to collect all of these, just experience for that. But then Mystical Agriculture, we're going to get all of the rewards for the tools that we made and the chest pieces. So we actually don't get, to my knowledge, yeah, we're going to need to create the full set of armor to actually collect this reward. We might not get to that, but that's okay. And it does look like we got some fun seeds here. We got another energized steel, which is nice. Would have been nice to not have made the energized steel and got that prior, but oh well. We got another Certus quartz seed, which we don't need, and a night metal seed, which I don't know. I think this is by, yeah, the Twilight Forest, so not really needed. We'll go ahead and just put those away, but I'll probably go ahead and plant the energized steel seeds. While we are on the subject of power, it just dawned on me, we, well, now have access to the nitro tier, so the last and final tier of power. So we are going to start off by just automating this. I'm going to go ahead and don't forget to add it to your filter. But so essentially, yeah, this is the last tier, but we are going to auto-craft it for now because if we look at the crafting recipe, we do get the nitro crystal essence from the nitro crystal seeds, which, well, we need a lot of anyways, but we also need nether stars for them too. Not the nether star essence, just a nether star. So we will need to craft up a decent amount of these because these, I believe, if we take a look in mystical agriculture. Yeah, these nitro seeds, we need the nitro crystal crux to be placed underneath of it. So we are kind of moving our way to the upper tier seeds that require a specific block to be placed under them in order for them to grow. So for this, again, it's just some extra nitro, insanium, some diamonds, nitro capacitors. So nothing too crazy, but do want to definitely, again, start off by auto crafting this. We will get, let's just say, a full stack. The biggest resource heavy thing that it's going to need is the blazing. But our blazing crystals have been running for a while, so we do have a decent number of those. And the one good thing about the last tier is, even though it is so very resource intensive, it does craft 16 of the crystals per craft, which is super nice. So now we do have access to this final tier. Go ahead and collect the quest reward. I'm really hoping for an energizing rod. Still does not look like I am having any luck with that, unfortunately. No matter though, but now what I want to do is, and I got an Easter egg. I don't know what that is. Easter egg searcher. You found an Easter egg. Yeah, I'm not too sure what that is, what that's all about, but we'll go ahead and put that away. And I want to at least teach our system the reactor here. Perfect. And we'll teach it the nitro capacitor as well. I do think I want to make the seeds, or at least teach our system how to make the seeds sooner rather than later, because we do know how to make the insanium, and we are going to need some ×1 blocks of nitro. So again, still needing the blocked form for this. And I'm going to scroll all the way down. I kind of have like the blocks here that, you know, are really only used for the seeds down there, because, well, we don't use them for anything else. So once we're kind of done with like a full layer of seeds, probably won't be using those anymore. And I'm also going to teach our system the crux block here, just because I really don't feel like crafting it every single time. So if we do the nitro seeds, and if we get, I don't know, 2 of them, are we able to get 2 of them? How many nether stars is that? 41. We should be good for that, honestly. It's just under 1,000 blazing. We have 7,000. I am going to want to make more of these seeds though, so of like the blazing and the energizing and all that good stuff. So probably sometime in the future, maybe in between episodes, we will expand the farm just so we're getting a little bit more of that essence. I've been distracted with Industrial Foregoing for the time being. But I know we're starting to run out of time here. So what I'm going to do is do some things off camera. I'm going to expand the farm up one more layer, and I'm also going to run out and grab something. But so with our newly found creative flight, I do want to now make an additional jetpack, which we can put on our back in the bobble slot here. So there are different tiers of jetpacks. There's the basic tier, the advanced tier, the elite tier, and the ultimate tier. And so we're going to start off with a wooden jetpack. They just require 2 of the wooden thrusters and wood capacitors. So each jetpack requires 1 of the capacitor and 2 of the thrusters. Each thruster requires 3 coils and a battery, which requires 1 coil. So if you do the math, and each capacitor requires 3 batteries, which is just 1 coil. And so if you do the math, each jetpack requires 11 coils total. So what I am going to do is just really quickly make all of the required coils and go up. We'll probably make it to at least diamond. I'll see if we can make it to AllTheMods10. Yeah, we might need an emerald jetpack, and I don't think we have. We do have 2 emerald seeds. I just haven't planted them yet, so might as well go ahead and do that soon as well. And it looks like I need to fix the nitro crystal because I tried making the crux at the same time, and I think it ate our insanium essence. So I will be back when we have the second jetpack. It didn't eat it. I figured out why. Because I didn't have the Insanium Essence whitelisted to that, and I didn't have it blacklisted to this. So we'll go ahead and submit both of those, just so that any future Insanium Essence crafts we do decide to auto-craft. So I am actually going to go ahead and cancel this one, and go ahead, put the 8 Insanium back, and make the 2. Yes, awesome. So we have both of those now. But so, yeah, I'll be back once we have the jetpack, though. So went ahead and made up through the diamond tier jetpack, and the diamond tier does require the advanced coils, which is the gold. I think the gold is, well, where you start needing the advanced coils, and then the emerald was going to where you start need the elite coils, and then for all the modium is still the elite coils. What do you need the ultimate coil? I guess when you get to vibranium and unobtainium, you need those. But go ahead and make that there for now. It's going to be charging up. And I don't know why. I'm just keep on getting these Easter eggs that just keep popping up. What do they do? I can eat them? What does that do? I don't even know. But why I made this. So you can turn on hover. I changed the keybind to H. And I think... I forget what I toggled the engine for. Toggle engine is V for me. I think I rechanged that to V. So now with Creative Flight and the jetpack, we can go so fast. It is unbelievable how fast. And the higher tier you go, the higher the tier you go, the faster you do get. So I think that's about all that we had time for this episode. In between episodes, I am going to go ahead and plant these seeds here, expand our farm out a little bit. I am also going to grab these bee nests. I went ahead and made a silk touch AllTheMods10 axe, and we're going to get into productive bees. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see y'all in the next one.